Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, everyone? Howdy dowdy. Oh man, I'm actually was really excited for this race. I did a little bit of the research, and on my in the last year when I did this race, which was the Truck of Tomorrow series. In case you couldn't quite tell by the title, we are racing the Truck of Tomorrow series, which is my own custom championship mode, something that we've done since the beginning of last year, or so hopefully we can actually have a good finish here, because last time we finished P10, and honestly, with us starting in P12 right now, that is actually setting us up for a really good time. So how is everyone doing today? Welcome to the stream. You guys are looking very fine today. I have my cup of coffee right here. It is French roast with hazelnut creamer. Yes, I know it is past midnight, but who cares? We are rocking and rolling. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So, how is everyone doing today? Give a shout out of who's all here. Because I'll tell you what, we have a lot to talk about today. So obviously with the Daytona Road Course being this weekend, we started to hit on it yesterday. Well, first I guess I should probably talk about this right now. Is Chicagoland is actually really hard in this game, at least on the short run. And I should probably say that first, because here we are. I started P12 and we were on the top. It's not like Kansas. It's not like Las Vegas, where in the beginning of the run the top actually works. Chicagoland just it only works in the runoff, but as we get to Natalie Decker, of course we're just gonna immediately try to get past her because it's Natalie Decker. It's Natalie Decker. We're trying to just get her out of the way because she's just gonna hold us up the longer we get there. So we're racing in the 24 Allegiant Chevy Silverado, which is, like I said, for the Truck of Tomorrow series. We are the custom series. We are racing for GMS racing. So I actually hit the wall there just because I actually lost focus. It's only lap 3 and I already have damage. I bounced off the wall. So good talk. Doing great already for Private Patton. It's 150 laps, so we're doing. It's a bit of a longer one, and actually, if you compare it to the other truck races, this is actually one of the longer races on the schedule, followed only by the longest race is Kansas and Texas. Both of those being 300 milers. So yeah, definitely we're sitting pretty right now. P15 on lap 4, as we see Brett Moffitt to the outside. We are splitting it up into stages, so it's going to be 35, 35, and then the rest of the race we're just 80. So definitely it's going to be, like I said, it is a longer race, so let's see what we can do here. Chicagoland, though, like I said, is very difficult. You're going to see it quite often, where in the beginning of the corner, it's kind of like Atlanta, where you are really loose. It seems like the back end wants to, well, for lack of a better phrase, back out on you. It wants to kind of move up and do a little shaky shake, and on corner exit you get super duper tight. Right there, that was a beautiful example of that. With Brett Moffitt, you can see us kind of get tight right there, and we're kind of moving and shifting up a lane. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Prime example. Right now we're trying to get past Tate Fogelman. Trying to actually, we're basically right back where we started. Starting on the outside is such a detriment. You have to literally, if you can't make that third lane work all the way up on top, you have to hope that you can find a spot to kind of just fill in, because that's unfortunately something that I didn't do. So now I'm paying the price because I went all the way back to like what? We went to P17, chat? P17 was the lowest, and now here we are. We're making our way past, you know, lap 12. We have Tate Fulton on the inside. We are in the outside of 3. Tate doing a wonderful job rounding out that Oreo right there with Matt Kraft on the inside and myself on the outside. I am giving a little extra room because you can kind of see how diamond in the corner a little bit, like entering up high and kind of curving down low for a later apex is actually really helping. It allows you to pick up a lot of time throughout the straights. However, with that being said, it's still the outside, preferably, yeah, like right there. I want to get to the quarter panel, kind of side drafting back, kind of bringing back to us right there. Gaining, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm in the corner a little bit. We're getting really close, but no contact. You know, we're racing clean. Of course, it's Matt Crafton. It's our boy, Matt Crafton. So we have to really watch what we do around him. So definitely get to the side, as Junior would say, the side panner, and kind of side drafting back to us. But right now we're not really making a whole lot of headway. We are very evenly matched around here. Zane Smith actually was back with us as he now moved on down to the bottom, trying to pull away from us, but unfortunately, as we pull away from the group behind us with Brett Moffitt, we have Jesse Little right there. Which Jesse Little, in the pre-race notes, it didn't say that he had that he was on fire or he had some good laps in practice, but it was definitely something that it should have been on there, because you will see that Jesse Little is putting on an absolute masterclass. For having, what, I think a 3-star ride or something like that, he is pulling out a phenomenal race. Now, unfortunately, since we weren't able to get that done with Matt Crafton, we do kind of get moved into that second lane with Jesse Little. Now, what we're going to do is just essentially just kind of back off and just move on down to the bottom. We see that Jesse's moving, so we're going to rock and roll with him. Give Matt Crafton plenty of room right there as we go through the trial first and foremost. Just kind of follow Jesse Little, and that actually brings Zane Smith to us as well. So that's definitely like I said, Jesse Little definitely knows what he's doing. So I'm just like, hey, you know what? Let's rock and roll. You know, I'll follow him. If he carves the way, I can just kind of pick up the sloppy seconds. So right here, we see that with Jesse Little being side by side with Christian Eckes, I kind of give Zane Smith a little, because you know he's supposed to be our teammate in this championship mode. We kind of give Zane a little bumper of encouragement. And he actually does. He gets right at the edge of his tailgate right there. But he's like, you know what, we have enough, and we just move to the outside of Zane. Just like, you know what, you know, you had your one straightaway chance, and now it's time to get out of the way. So with that pass being done over with in one corner, that just shows the pace advantage that we have over our teammates. Now up next we have Christian Eckes, who is on the outskirts of stage points. You know, of course, like I said, we have 35, 35, and then 80 for the stages. So we are already coming up on halfway through the stage. Definitely, we're knocking on the door of stage points. You know, much like we're not knocking on heaven's door, we are knocking on stage points. Jesse Little, though, is starting to pull away, though, so that is an extra point right there. Right now, we have one for anyone that doesn't know how stage points work. If this is your first time ever watching like anything NASCAR related, you can actually run in this game with we can run the races split up into stages or one giant race. I personally prefer one giant race, but for this particular custom season, the Truck of Tomorrow series, I do kind of put it just. But the individual stage parts, essentially, we look at, we essentially break the race up into thirds. And in this particular race, it's lap 35. And then we're going to be, again, on lap 70. So that's stage 1 at the end of lap 35. Stage 2 ends at the lap 70. And the race ends at lap 150. Of course, stage points are awarded for the top 10 finishers in each stage, from first getting 10 and 10th all the way down to 1. So right now we're in P10 on lap 18, so if the stage were to end now, we'd get 1 point. And that all goes towards the championship run. So definitely, which is the playoff, win and you're in kind of format. So definitely what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to hook up with Jesse Little here, as we see Todd Gilliland is actually up in that 8th place. So like I said, at the stage we're at now, Todd Gilliland would earn 3 stage points by finishing in 8th place. So the more places we earn, the more points we get. So definitely adds a new way of strategy, but also it also kind of does break up the action a little bit. You kind of take out the strategy, so you take the good with the bad. Yeah, lap 20 here. This Allegiant Chevrolet Silverado is honestly, like, in the beginning of the run, it feels on rails. Like in stage 1 particularly, because obviously we're watching the replay. I've already did this race. Stage 1 in particular, you can tell, and you'll hear this from my POV, which if you're unfamiliar, chat, I run a POV as well as the actual broadcast, which is, you're watching the broadcast style right now, but I also have recorded my own POV as I did the race. I was doing commentary on it, and essentially you're hearing my live thoughts as I do the race. And in this particular instance, I'm just like, okay, my tire wear is very, very equal, which Chicagoland is notorious. For anyone that doesn't know, or doesn't play the game, Chicagoland is notorious for burning out your right front. Your right front is key around here. Now, you would think that'd be the right rear, and you may be wondering, Private Patton, why are you talking about your right front and right rear? Well, essentially, let me give you a little bit of driving 101 for you guys. If you guys want to go faster in NASCAR Heat 5, here is a tip for you. If you are burning out your right front, this may sound obvious. If you're burning out your right front, you are too tight. If you're burning out your right rear, you are too loose. Now, a good way to get that perfect balance is to look at your tire temps. If you are above 240, anywhere above 240, you want to bring them down. The best way to improve tire wear is to lower your tire pressures. Now, obviously, the higher tire pressures, the faster you go. So that's a good indication of speed, as we actually caught Todd Gilliland right here, and we're trying to get that P9 as we look high, look low, and I think we actually commit to the top side right now. But essentially, if you lower your tire pressures, yes, you'll go at a little bit of a pace disadvantage, but you will have a longer tire life, because essentially by lowering the tire pressures means that it increases the endurance, and the actual tire temps will go down, because the higher the tire temps means the higher the tire pressures. So there is a bit of a balance you have to do, and Chicagoland here is a beautiful example of your right front burning out quicker than your right rear. Now, eventually it catches up, where your right front does burn out more than your right rear. Reverse. Your right rear burns out than your right front, but it does take a little bit. So essentially, like I said, with going to the corners, since you are like constantly turning left, like this massive tri-oval, and it's also right here with this curved backstretch. It's not perfectly straight, you see? There's a little bit of a curve to it. Your right front is always being used. Now, your right rear is not always being used because when you're in the corners, especially the quicker you pick up the gas, you want to use your right rear. But since we have this weird little kink, like you'll see it right there in turn 1, it's a weird little kink that is already in the middle of the corner. I have no idea why it's even there. As a caution comes out, we are looking at your right front burning out. So I know that on the first opportunity that I can, I want to adjust that. Now, you may be thinking, well, first opportunity, you'd be pitting here, right? Well, like I said, the stage ends on lap 35, and since every caution, you automatically restart 3 laps later, we're going to be restarting here as soon as we cross the line, which is right now, on lap 31, meaning that we only have to survive 5 laps. 5 laps until the end of the stage. Now, here is my strategy. If I stay out, I'm restarting it first, okay? If I can get a good jump off the line, I can extend the gap and potentially get more stage points. So it's a strategy because everyone's pitting, and since everyone pit so close to the end of the stage, I can almost guarantee that the AI are not going to pit at the end of the stage, which is fine. You know, we have a little bit of a you gotta take a little bit of a strategy call right there. So since we have a very, very good run right there, let's kind of shift through the camera shot so we can actually see the gap that we have. Since we are now going on the lap 32, we are we're holding on because our tires and our tires compared to where they are now, as opposed to fresh tires, give up about 0.7 of a second compared to new tires. So, as you see with Ross Chastain, we just get stormed by, which is fine, you know? There we go. We get stormed by. We have Stuart Friesen right there, Johnny Sauter, Grant Enfinger. We have Riley Earps. We have Jesse Little again, and Zane Smith. What's up, Sublime? How you doing today? Hello, person. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. I know, right? I can say the same thing. I haven't seen you as well, Sublime. How the hell you been? So yeah, and now we're just thinking, okay. Since we were in 9th position before the caution came out, if we can just stay here for another 2 laps, we just essentially break even. So the strategy didn't work out, but it didn't fail either, because if we would have lost more positions, like if we finished like the stage in like 10th or something like that, then it would have been a failure. But luckily, another caution comes out, so we actually get we actually catch a break. So the strategy call at the end of stage 1, it didn't work, but it didn't fail either. We break even. So finishing P9, I'll take it. So now no one else is pitting. I'm gonna be pitting though. So here is the thing. Since we're gonna be pitting, we're gonna be restarting all the way in the tail end of the field, but we will have the freshest tires. So how will we do? So Sublime says he's been working. Oh, dude, same. Like literally, I have been. I got a full-time job now, so unfortunately, I'm not a full-time streamer anymore. I work at a retail place, and I essentially push carts. Yes, I know how that sounds. Literally putting my masters to a great use. I push carts. Woo! But you also say, just been going to sleep early, just like I was about to go to sleep right now, but I saw you went live. Just saw I drop in. Well, thanks, man. I always appreciate you coming on out. It's been a while, man. Wish you had the time to come on out a little sooner. I also wish I had, in the same token, I wish I had the more time to go live more. Before yesterday, where I went live, I did not go live in about a week, and I'm looking to fix that. I am creating a schedule where no matter what, this is what's happening. And you know, we're just gonna be rocking it, you know? We're gonna see how many streams we can do. Obviously it's still gonna be one race per stream, and we're definitely gonna see what we're gonna be doing. I also want to post replays of my POVs the day after they get raced. So like I optimally want to do the replays the day like of my, like when I like say like with this race, the Truck of Tomorrow Series race 2 at Chicagoland, I want to do a replay of this tomorrow. That's something I think would be good. You know, because yes, I still do race my actual POV, and I still commentate over it. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty dank. But yeah, I'm taking a week's break from video games, which basically started today. Dude, that sucked, man. Because honestly, like what I was, what I'm trying to do as well, like I'm trying to get better at Formula 1. Like I was taking your advice on that. I can definitely see what you mean, because for anyone who doesn't know, that's also in chat. Sublime is a very, very talented league racer in Formula 1. Definitely better than me, like by leaps and bounds. So like I was taking your advice, my guy. And I can see what you mean about the brake system, but also in the same token, I still feel like I need it because of the anti-lock brakes. I don't feel like I'm quite ready yet to fully take them off, but I can definitely see what you mean and how it slows you down. Traction control. I mean, I feel like medium is also pretty good. Definitely not ready to take it off. Oh, I obviously know you can go a lot faster if you take off the assist, but like. I'm a little baby boy when it comes to Formula 1. I race on assists, you know. I'm not ready for the full send, the full commitment. But yeah, so after stage 1, we restarted P30, and we're already up like halfway through the field. So right now we're just kind of just stuck in traffic. Sheldon, we proverbially hit a wall, and that wall is this mass of 6 trucks right here. We have Tanner Gray right in front, Brett Moffitt right behind, Zane Smith, Austin Hill, Matt Crafton, Sheldon Creed, and myself. That ranges from the top, to 8th place right there, all the way back to me in 16th. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to split the gap. A steady hand when it comes to this sort of thing. Unfortunately, though, we do off of the first corner, so that is unfortunately something that we do have to deal with. Because as we actually move on, and because we did make adjustments, we lowered the tire pressure of the right front, and we also tightened it up just a hair, with only like 0.2, which you wouldn't really think would be such a big deal, but it actually kind of is. So, and we also put a little bit more tape on. Putting tape on makes you go faster in a straight line because you have less air going through and flowing through the engine and the carburetor. But because of with tape, it makes your temps go up as well as makes your right rear burn out because you are essentially going faster going to the corners, and as you pick up the throttle, your car, vehicle, truck, whatever you want to call it, is kind of skating through the corner. So that's why putting more tape actually makes your right rear burn out a little bit more. But yeah, what is going on, everyone? If you're just now popping in, welcome. This is the Truck of Tomorrow series, race number 2. This is not, I want to say, and I repeat, not a online race. This is a custom season that I've been doing since Heat 4, and I've actually transferred on over to Heat 5. We're gonna go to sleep. Peace out. Okay, Sublime. Thanks for stopping out, my guy. It's always nice to hear from you. Have a good sleep. Be sure to dream of me. Because you know what they say. Sweet dreams are made of thee, and by thee, I mean me. So there you go. Words to live by right there. But yeah, we have 20 more laps until the end of stage 2 right now, and we've already made it into the top 10. This is exactly what this strategy was aiming to do. We have the freshest tires in the field, okay, and now we are already in stage 1. So there's literally nowhere left to go but up because we are already creating a gap to the trucks behind. Austin Hill is already fading. Zane Smith as well. Which, hey, you know what? Kudos to Zane Smith for winning at Michigan. You would have thought that with Grant Enfinger being so dominant in the early part of the race before Johnny Sauter took him out, which that's a whole different can of worms by himself. Johnny Sauter being Johnny Sauter and getting angry at his teammates because they're better than him. Brennefinger was dominant, and before he took himself out himself, he was just like, I could have swore he was gonna go and get his 3rd win of the season, but no, he didn't. So, Zane Smith actually went out and snookered one from Christian Eckes again. But dude, guys, chat. Christian Eckes, who we actually are side by side with right now. So this is why I brought it up. Christian Eckes, out of the last 5 races, 4 second place finishes. Or was it 3? Hang on, let's do a little bit of fact check right now. So right now this season, grand total, he has 4 top 5s. And this out of 12 races, okay? Or sorry, 11 races, 12 with the Daytona road course. He, out of, the last 4 races, last 4 races from Texas, Kansas, both 1 and 2, and Michigan, 3 second place finishes. He has been very, very good, very consistent. Very consistent, and I'm actually glad that he's actually getting that recognition that he deserves, because Christian Eckes, with him being the ARCA champ last season, I was thinking that he was going to be a bust. Like, honestly, that's what Rafael Lessard is looking at like right now. But fortunately, I'm being proven wrong. Christian Eckes' main stats, so as we look at Todd Gilliam, which is actually another thing, seriously, out of this season, 6 top 10s, which is an average finish of 11.6. Hey, I'm okay with his start though. Has been phenomenal. 3.6. So with that being said, let's look at Todd Gilliland since we are fighting with him right now. Always gotta look at Mini Gilly as I call him. Todd Gilliland this year, really, if you think about it, he's been outperforming his equipment. He with that front, I almost said front row. That's not right. With his well, no, front row. That is. I was thinking furniture row. I'm sorry, Chad. Just ignore me, like in my rants right there. But with his front row equipment, he should not be doing as well as he should. Because out of his 11 races, he has 7 top 10s and 3 top 5s, with an average finish of 13.3, basically matching his average start, which is his average start is 12.8, I think. Yeah, 12.8. And because of that, it's like he has one good race and one bad race. One good race and then one bad race. Like Texas, finished 27th, okay? But Kansas 1, 10th. Kansas 2, 20th. Michigan, 5th. It's very back and forth. And unfortunately, like I want to see Todd Gilliland do that. And I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. I wish that he could have stayed with KBM. I feel like he kind of got dropped a little bit too soon. Yes, Harrison. Like, look at Harrison Burton. Like, Harrison Burton was like nowhere in the trucks. Same thing with Todd Gilliland in KBM equipment, but Harrison Burton moved on up to Xfinity, and he is doing wonders. Todd Gilliland moved to front row, and with the team literally overall average finish in 2019 was 10.6. Okay, so 14 top 10s and 6 top 5s for the league. Okay, he is on par to match, if not better, that. So it's just the little things that matter, you know. But yeah, what is going on, everyone? Let me know who's in chat. I would love to talk to you. As we go to lap 62 right now, we have... what's up, TA? Riley Earps won Atlanta. Dude, get out of here. Yes, he did. Don't remind me. I know. I was there. I was the one he beat. Based on my mistake. Don't hold it over me, please. Riley, I know, won Atlanta. But he will not win the war, okay? I will say that right now. Riley will not win the war, much like he will not win this race. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. He is my Denny Hamlin. No, he is David's Denny Hamlin, okay? And I know you guys don't like Denny Hamlin, like, with a passion. Riley, I mean, like, same thing with Natalie, you know? With Natalie Decker, I ironically just don't like them. And the reason why is, you know, like, same thing with Natalie, it goes hand in hand. Because they pay for their seats. It's not talent. It's not being recognized by the team owner. No, it is straight up just it's just, oh, I'm buying this ride. And that's why I don't like Riley. Brandon Jones as well. Like, Brandon Jones brings in Menard's money, so, like, okay. But yeah, Riley Earps, oh my god. I still need to upload my POV for that. I had it rendering, not rendering, I have it exporting right after I get done with the stream. Hard for Menard. God, I remember that. I remember when that was a thing on NASCAR Reddit. Every time Paul Menard would do well, hashtag hard for Menard was the thing I would see, and I'm just like, no. What's it called? But yeah, we have I have that race. It should be uploaded tomorrow because, like I said, it's exporting tonight. So definitely would be able to get that up tomorrow. My POV, so you'll be able to hear my live reactions to me losing. So yeah, so TA, imagine if you ran Formula 1, how much fun I could have with that. Which one? Paul Menard or Riley? Menard taking the hard tires, now trying to last to the end of this race, so hards from Menard as he rejoins in 5th. Oh my god. Hards for Menard. Oh my Lanta. What is this concoction that you just created, sir? Why are you like this? Hards for Menard. Oh my Lanta. Just the fact that, you actually did come up with that, like, as well. Like, I bet you're proud of that one. An alternate reality where Paul Menard is a 7-time Formula 1 world champion. Oh my god. Can you imagine that, like, someone else is actually just as good as Lewis Hamilton? Like, that is a world that I am not sure I'm ready for. Because, like, we live in a world where Lewis is rivaling the greatest of all time, Michael Schumacher. And we are actually here living in it right now and witnessing it happen live. We're just like, please lose. Meanwhile, it's gonna be like Jimmy. When, like, it's like Jimmy, we're gonna have the hindsight is 20/20 glasses, and when Lewis retires, we're gonna be like, wow, this was look at all of his accomplishments and everything that he's done. I find that interesting, honestly. So in the end of stage 2 right now, we are 80 laps away from the end of the race, so we are just about to come up on halfway. And so we finished P9 stage 1, so we've just 2 stage points right there, and then finish P7 in stage 2 for a grand total of 6 stage points earned. Respectable, not a whole lot, but respectable. But yeah, we have, as we rock through and crank through the gears right now, we are luckily restart on the bottom. We did not gain nor lose anything off of that pit exchange right there, off of when we pit under stage 2. We do, however, have a fight here with Stuart Friesen, who is getting stuck on the high side, as well as Grant Enfinger, who is on the high side right now. We're right below, trying to, as we pass Stuart Friesen. Which, by the way, just for the record, Stuart Friesen is definitely going to have to win in order to make the playoffs, because, let's be honest, like, okay, since we did it with Todd Gillen, let's look up Stuart Friesen right now. Stuart Friesen. Right here. Okay. Really? I didn't know he was born in 83. Okay. Let's take a look at this. In 2019, he had 2 wins, 12 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, with an average start and finish of 8.5. Okay, at least he's consistent. He has the same basically start and finish. He basically finishes where he starts. Cool. Alright, not a big deal. However, this season, ever since he went from Chevrolet and GMS Power to Toyota and KBM Power, he has had 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s this entire season. That is hot garbage, with an average start of 18.5 and an average finish of 19. That is hot garbage compared to what his stats were last year. At least with this game, Stuart Friesen is a lot better than what his real life counterpart is, because like Stuart Friesen, right now, let's go over his previous his past 4 races, because that's what we did with Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes with his in the last 4 races, 3rd, second place finishes. He is knocking on winnings on that victory lane door. So trying to incorporate a knocking on heaven's door reference right there. So ignore me there for a hot second, guys. But yeah. So Stuart Friesen, literally from 4th place at Texas. Cool, awesome. You laid 167 laps. Awesome, you did great there, bud. To 27th at Kansas. Okay, well, and that's because he got caught up in a wreck, which basically took him out of contention. And then he finished 34th at Kansas with a crash, basically halfway through. And then at Michigan, where he was nose to nose with Matt Crafton, and he has professional commentary. He's nose to nose with Matt Crafton, basically took himself out, and that was on lap 49 of 100, because you know it went into double overtime. So because of that, he is now 15 points, and he is what, like 100 points out of the championship, out of the 100 points out of the oh my god, playoffs. So he definitely has a lot of work to do. So yeah, right now as we are fighting with Jordan Anderson though, apart from his heartbreaking 2nd place, could have been a win at Daytona, but it was snubbed by Granfinger, who by the way is currently leading this race, with Ross Chastain trying to make a move down below. Literally, Jordan Anderson is having an actually really good race. He wasn't actually shown to have like pace according to the pre-race notes, but he is there. He is obviously right here and like fighting for P3 with me, so he definitely has the pace. As we did that on the backstretch, but we move up in front of him right here to kind of stall his momentum. But we do have the Groovy crew right here as we look back here. Look at that. We have Austin Hill, we have Stuart Friesen, we have Todd Gilliland right there. So we definitely have a lot of good trucks right behind us. We definitely need to watch out for them. Like one mistake, and that's the thing. I even brought it up in my POV that literally one mistake, like you hit the wall, like or something like that, coming off the corner, or say if you're trying to make a pass for the win and you hit the wall, like I did, you are definitely moving from like 1st to 3rd. The field is so clumped together. It takes at least 20 laps for the field to cover half the track. So like if the leader is on start finish and the last place is in the middle of the backstretch, it takes about 20 laps for that actual spread to actually occur. So because of that, here we are on lap 86 out of 150. We are already past halfway, which reminds me, we have to do the question of the day. For anyone that doesn't know, the question of the day is something that I like to ask the chat, you know, to kind of bring the chat into conversations. So it can go from like anywhere between like a personal like question to like racing topics. Most of this stuff though has been talking about racing, especially as we move towards the Daytona road course this weekend. And that's actually where the question I had in mind stems from. Now, they were at the Daytona road course, and it was the first time that not only the iRacers have been on, but obviously the actual NASCAR drivers themselves have been on. So, with that being said, we kind of hit up on it a little bit yesterday, and there were people that was thinking that, oh, it's going to be a shit show, you know? What do you guys think? Is it gonna be that, or do you think it's gonna be, well, not? I mean, for lack of a better word, because I personally don't think it will be. I think it will be perfectly fine. The series, though, I will be watching out for causing issues is going to be ARCA and Xfinity, and that's just because there won't be any rubber on the track, or very, very little rubber. So, yeah, what do you guys think? That is question of the day. So I'll put that in a poll right here. Will the Daytona RC be I'll say Wreckfest, just for PG means. Bam. Alright, so anyone that's coming in here, that is the question. Feel free to post your response, and we'll gladly talk about it. Yeah, that's definitely something I want to watch after the stream, is the Coca-Cola iRacing series, and just for the sake of everyone's here in mind, let's actually take a look at it right now. Well, not take a look at it, but I will definitely post it in chat. iRacing NASCAR right here. Bam. So that's what I'll be watching later on tonight. That is the Coca-Cola iRacing series for the Daytona road course. So yeah, I personally don't think it will be a Wreckfest, because not only are they like actually like practicing like hardcore each and every day like on iRacing, and the same thing with their sims, but they're also looking at data. Like Penske is they're conversing with well, what's it called? They're conversing with their IMSA compatriots, colleagues, and to give them advice, you know, so they have the data and tools available. What I think is going to be the hardest part is the series that is going to go first, because they're not going to have rubber on track. They're not going to have the grip, so they're going to have to, like, well, for lack of a better phrase, really watch it going into turn one. Because really the best place that you can get from iRacing is literally the braking points. And essentially, if you can nail the braking points, you'll be golden. Yeah, P3 right now on lap 95. We are about 25, we're about midway through the run right now. weirdly enough, Chicagoland is actually like one of those tracks that you actually burn fuel as opposed to save. So, like, what I mean by that is it takes a lot more to save fuel than it does to just run normally. Like, so, like, just for this isn't the exact number, but for just and here's another helpful tip. Oh wow. Here's another helpful tip for getting better at NASCAR Heat 5 is at Chicagoland, since you actually burn more fuel, the last thing you want to do is run the top. You essentially burn even more fuel up there, and for every lap or so that you run under green, you burn about 0.2 of it per lap. So essentially 0.2 is from the start finish to the entrance of turn 1. So about every lap, that's what you lose. So essentially, for every 4 laps, you lose a cent. Like, this isn't exact, but you lose a lap. And right there, I'm gonna actually rewind that for a hot second. So as we as we enter right here, I get super tight. Like, you will just see that this car, oh sorry, truck, respect the pronouns, just gets super tight, and I just cannot turn. So with Angela Ruff right there, I mean, I don't want to hit her. We have Stuart Friesen, who's making the best out of a bad situation. He goes underneath the apron, forces a 3 wide, but luckily, sorry, but luckily we actually get in front of Angela Ruff before Stuart can actually, well, make that work. But Angela's gone. Jordan Anderson and Stewart get past. So we are hunky-dory. Now, with that being said, though, Stuart Friesen is on our inside right there. Right there. There it is. Jordan Anderson said, hey, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take what Stuart Friesen's having, and moves right down as well. Taking 4th place away from me, and also brake checking me going into turn 3. I don't know if you saw that, but that little, like, lunge, of Jordan Anderson kind of moving on back, that was him essentially brake checking right there. So now lap 100, so officially, next time around, 50 to go. We are on the final, third of this race, and Jordan Anderson, you can tell with even more. Stuart Friesen is in a league of his own right there. Grant Finger and Ross Chastain, who are the 2 leaders, are in a league of their own, so they are 2 leagues above where I am right now, and they're rocking and rolling right now. Meanwhile, here I am still fighting with Jordan Anderson. With him running the top, that's actually the best thing that you can do in order to gain time, but I don't want to just come up there. Like, I'm trying to side draft him as much as possible, but unfortunately, it's just nothing sticking. He's getting that run off the corner, and he is able to just run away. Which is, that's exactly what he needs to do, but it's still the fact of the matter that he is still able to do it. So right now, we are expecting to pit on like lap 120, give or take a couple laps from there. So since we're like using Clay Greenfield, we tried, I should say, to use him as a pick right there. That's why he went up to the top. We tried to pin Jordan Anderson behind him, but Jordan Anderson was just like, no, and forced a 3 wide by going to the top of Clay, and then that forced us up all the way to the top, and we lost a little bit of ground right there. Meanwhile, behind all of us, Jesse Little and Austin Hill are in the 6 and 7 right now. They're just kind of vibing back there. Because they themselves are like 2 seconds ahead of 8th and 9th. So right now, see like little individual packs forming. Like we have Brandon Finger and Ross Chastain in the very front, and then you have Stuart Friesen, Jordan Anderson, and myself right here. And then we have Jesse Little, Austin Hill, and then we have the rest. It's weird how that works out sometimes. I should probably actually finish up my coffee. Which, by the way, I don't want to hear it. Yes, I know I'm having coffee. It is currently 1 in the morning right now. Yes, this is dark roast. But I don't want to hear it. I do what I want. I paid for this French roast coffee, and it is damn good. Has a little bit of hazelnut in it, and we are just set. So this is probably the biggest thing with the AI right here. Jordan Anderson gets caught up behind Natalie Decker. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. He actually makes it past Jason White right there. He can just pull on down. He doesn't. And that is my biggest thing with any of the AI. Like, they just get pinned. Like Homestead. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Homestead. Homestead is the biggest culprit for the AI just being pinned behind one another. It is hot garbage. Literally every time like the AI come up to another driver, they get caught up behind the AI, and literally you just pull away. And with Jordan Anderson being caught up behind Natalie Decker, like, here, let's actually take a look at it. He's still behind, by the way. He has not passed officially Natalie Decker. He lost, and I quote, you'll see this in my POV, 3 seconds. 3 seconds the AI lost because they did not want to just go low. That is the epitome of, I am running my line, and god damn it, no one is gonna get past me. And that's Natalie Decker saying this. And of course, Natalie Decker is the one that's holding up and causing problems because it's Natalie Decker. Of course, and whenever we talk about Natalie Decker, we gotta give the Pat wreck right there. Because Natalie Decker is the epitome of, whoa, why did I wreck? So yeah. Yo, Noah, what's going on, my dude? Long time no see. It's been like an entire day. How the hell you been, man? What's going on? I'll tell you what, chat. Like, it's not every day that I get 2 days off in a row. I was looking at my work schedule, and I literally, since I work full time, in case you guys don't know, I work in retail and I work carts. So I'm pushing carts, and I know, right? Private Patton, I thought you had a master's. Yes, I do. But COVID sucks, so here I am essentially using a master's to push carts. Woo. Definitely not the highlight of my working career right there. Definitely feel like I could be doing more. But, nonetheless, we are here pushing carts on a daily basis, and I have 2 days off in a row. This is day 1, so treating it like a mini vacation. I'm just glad to just chill and vibe with you guys, you know, just talking, and just talking about anything NASCAR related, or just general conversation, honestly. We're on lap 112 out of 150, so we're rocking and rolling right now. Noah, you're not doing a whole lot? Oh, that's fine. So tell me, things haven't been fine since I got one of my videos taken down by YouTube. Too many copyright claims. What are the copyright claims over? Music? Because that's one of the things I had to do, if it was music. was when it was with NASCAR. I was way back when I started, so this was last year. Because I know April was my 1 year anniversary. But when I first put up my videos, I had the music on in the background, and I didn't know anything about copyright claims. And I just let the music on, and it got flagged. It was just like, whoa, you're using copyright music. I'm just like, I didn't know. Star Wars music and Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order gameplay. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I feel like that's just it makes sense. It makes sense why that's getting claimed, but like, that's like. Oh, I'm dying, chat. That's literally like saying, oh yeah, do bears shit in the woods? Of course you're gonna have Star Wars music in a Star Wars game. Imagine you're gonna have like the shitty off-brand Star Wars music. It's gonna be like, instead of Duel of the Fates, it's gonna be literally Battle of Destiny or something like that. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like the recorder version of that song. That's how you get around the copyright claims. Is you just gotta dub over it. And I'll tell you what, I'm not musically inclined, but I play a mean recorder. That is the one musical instrument I can play, is the recorder. TA, esports? What about esports? Do I hear the F1 recorder theme? By God! But your channel didn't get affected? Okay, well that's good. I mean, you still lost a video. I mean, like, at least you didn't get you didn't get a strike, you know? A strike against your channel. Because, you know, of course, 3 strikes, you're out. Yo, Bassmaster. Dude, long time no see, man. You sent an esports video? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. I was, because in that time of, I was talking about the Daytona Road Course and the iRacers, you know, for the Coca-Cola iRacing series. They ran it today, and I was just saying that, you know, I'm going to be running it. Well, not running it. I wish I could run. But I'm going to be watching that later on tonight. What was the question of the day? Do you think for essentially, it was the same question as what we did last week, but since the Daytona Road Course is this weekend, do you think Turn 1 will be like a wreck fest? I said no. You know? It was essentially, yes, I know, it's... Well, yeah, you already asked that question before. Isn't Daytona this week? Yeah, the Daytona Road Course. They're racing on the road course version of Daytona. Which, by the way, yes, Bassmaster, how are you doing today, my guy? Long time no see. Glad you can come on out. But yeah, is that the F1 recorder theme? Dude, the F1 recorder theme is like the best cover you can ever get for a recorder. And honestly, probably the only song that can probably even come close to that is literally the 2019 NASCAR and NBC recorder version, because I know Carnation did a video on that. It was a beautiful day. Then you just hear like do 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 do, and then just the really shitty long like for like when they go like whoa whoa yeah. It's just like you just hear shitty recorder, and that's what that is. I'm good, but I'm gonna go because my phone is dead at 1%. Oh well, I'm glad you can stop out, my dude. Glad that you could say hi a little bit. So, always nice catching up with you, man. So right now we're pitting cat just did a flip. I'm sorry. Like, you know how you ironically, like, look at someone and be like, do a flip? My cat literally just did a flip. I'm sorry. Well, he's chasing his tail right now, that's why. Okay. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we're pitting right now. It is lap 122 of 150. We are 30 laps away from ending this race. P7 right now, but honestly, that is not really going to matter. You see a cat do a front flip? Really? Dude. You should have sent that to me. I love cats doing front flips. Like this dude, like, he's older now. He's 11 years old. But, in his prime, I'll say it like this. Which, by the way, 399 followers. I'll do a cat reveal. We're at 393 right now, so definitely we're getting close. 400 followers, you know, you guys get a face reveal and see this smexy face. The luscious locks. But in his prime, he would, like, he's very much like a hold me kind of cat, and you can tell, like, when he wants to be held. But he would jump to you, essentially. And, like, he'd just be like, you want to come up? And, like, you tap your chest, and he would just be like, he'd let out, like, a little, like, warning squawk, be like, okay, I'm coming, you know, you better catch me. And he would. And because of that, like, since he was, like, so acrobatic, like, he would literally, like, do front flips and, like, somersaults, like, just through the air, like, as you, like, because he had, like, I said this before, he has, like, a little pink ball, like, a little pink puff ball that, he loves to play with. He would just, like, literally, like, just toss him in the air and do, like, acrobatic stunts. Like, it was, like, we have the, like, the reincarnation of the Olympic gymnasts here. TA saying, no, I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. He was playing with his brother, and his brother charged at him, and he jumped in the air and did a front flip and then ran off. That is that cat unlocking Ultra Instinct and moving forward and going all out with his training. But no, damn, that's impressive. I seen it with my own eyes. But yeah, I'm actually really glad that I could actually get this, race done. I love the truck. The addition of the custom series. And you can actually literally, like, chat, I'm working out ways of doing this, but I want to start, like, actually, like, editing videos and all that, like, putting my commentary into things and, like, editing it to, like, make, like, little bite-sized, like, 15-20 minute pieces instead of, like, the big long races that I have been doing, uncut, you know. But I have, in my other account, I created the 1992 Cup season. I recreated the 2000 Xfinity Series, and I also recreated the 2003 Truck Series. So I'm definitely going to be, that is something that I'm going to be looking forward to in the future, as we actually can use that now. So, like, I'm probably going to start with the 92 Cup Series, and so I'm going to make a custom car. It's going to be Alan Kawicki, and the whole point is, okay, let's win this championship. And I feel like that's going to be awesome. TA saying that we had about 20 cats at one time when I was growing up. Oh my Lanta. See, I love cats. Don't hate me. I love cats more than I love dogs. Like, dogs, like, I feel are... like, if I were to pick one, if like as a pet, I'm hands down a cat person. Cats are definitely my spirit animals. And TA is just like, I just love animals. I mean, like, yeah. I totally get you, man. I love animals too. I mean, like, but we all have our preferences, and I was just stating my preference. So, with 20 laps to go, we are looking at, actually, we have a very long stint if you think about it. The only cautions that we had, apart from the stage breaks, was literally the one that ended stage 1. So we're looking at, like, 100 laps of basically green flag racing. And I say basically because stage 2 doesn't really count for that. But, because of that, I'm just like, okay, there is no way this thing is going to go green for the rest of the 20 laps. So we are expecting, just know in the back of our heads, we are expecting a caution. Noah says, hey, I'm a dog person too. Cats take a lot of work to take care of. What? No. 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 Like, the only thing that, like, honestly, like, you have to worry about with cats is their cat litter. Everything else is, like, taking care of the dog. Oh, I don't know if you can hear him. But, like, I've told this story before, but since he has a special way of letting me know that he wants up on my dresser, and he constantly, like, gets in my face and, like, essentially, like, cries at me, and that's his way of saying, hey, I want up on the dresser. So I just set him up there, and now he's getting all cozy and being all high up, because he loves high places. Oh yeah, so remember that caution I was talking about? Well, here it is, lap 134. Now, of course, this is because of Johnny Sauter. Johnny Sauter decided to totally go out and become trash. So he blew a tire, and he's pitting now. But he's the cause of this caution. So we have 17 going, well, 16 now as we just crossed the line. 16 laps to go, and we're just like, well, since we blew through the field the first time by starting lap in P30, we made it to P15 in 10 laps, we only have 13 trucks on the lead lap. So we're gonna pit here and restart in P12. So with this is offering the best chance at having a win, because if we didn't pit, we had like 50% on our tires. Like, we were burning through our tires, but like, this is the best opportunity that we can. So we just moved to the top right here, and let's actually go on board. So we move to the top right here, and we get a huge over Jesse Little. What are you doing, man? What is with that block? That block, man. Jesse Little with that absolute stomper of a momentum breaker right there, just blocking all of our momentum. And right, he does it again. Like, we are looking high, and we can't make a move because Jesse Little is right there. He's blocking our way. So I was like, okay, well, we kind of just have to, like, send it in turn 1 right here. We get on the gas as early as possible. You know, gaining. Not a whole lot of exit right there, but fortunately, it looks like Jesse is not going to block. Oh, no, I lied. He does block. Like, that's what I love about the AI. The AI do actually do stuff like that. They block, and it's insane. That was such a nice block. He made the square for in the oval shape. Yeah, exactly. It's like park here. But fortunately, we do get to the inside right there, and as you can see, we actually are really loose. Zane Smith, like, let's rewind that here for a hot second. We're gonna look at that and go real slow with that. So Zane Smith comes up, he checks up right here. I don't have enough time. I'm right on his ass, and he checks up. I get into it, and I was looking to the inside right there. I was like, oh, I can pass. No, actually, I basically just gave him a shot. So like right now we are just we're kind of getting caught up in lap traffic. Zane Smith does the same thing again. He checks up, and since I'm right on his ass, I can't really react. So now here we are. We're like in P8. I was thinking about fitting that hole right there, but I'm just like thinking better of it. So we just really have to check on up, and this is not helping, chat. We have 10 laps to go. We have the freshest tires. The only other one that we have that are probably better than us is Johnny Sauter, but he's all the way in the back. And the AI are a lot worse at getting through traffic than we are. So we actually get around Zane and Riley as they actually just go to the top right there. So like I'm perfectly okay with that. So right now is essentially where we're just like, okay, if we finish just where we are, we're essentially breaking even. But I know we can do a lot better. So we have Stuart Friesen looking to the top right there, trying to get to his inside. We get that spot momentarily. If the race ended now, we would be finishing 4th. So clear, going through the trial wall. Now we have Jordan Anderson. Jordan Anderson, like I said, being very, very consistent. Lap 143 of 150. We are very close to the end here, chat. We are rocking and rolling right now. Butch is snoring right now. Get to the bottom. Jordan Anderson, clear on up, and Sheldon Creed's next. No room on the bottom, so we go to the top. We kind of side draft him a little bit, kind of bring him on back. Slight mistake right there. We actually do give him a little shot right there in turn 1 and 2, but you know what? Like, no harm, no foul. Grand Finger though is pulling away. We do actually get past just a little bit right there. He gets the nose on us coming off the turn, but we do it getting into the turn, so like it's kind of even. But since we have the fresher tires, we do have the better grip coming off the corners. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to dominate the corner, trying to get as good of an exit as possible, run up the track, use as much of the track as possible, and we are going to clear Sheldon Creed right now. So with 5 laps to go, chat, we need to run down Grand Finger. Can we do it? Yo, Mr. Marcus Romer, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. Welcome to the Groovy Crew. Hopefully you're enjoying the show, man. Alright, so with 5 laps to go, we have 0.8 seconds to make up on Grand Finger. We're actually going to go on board, seeing what we can do here. It looks like an insurmountable gap, right? Well, he actually decides to go high. I'm just like, perfect. This is exactly what we need. With him going up high, it kills his momentum, because even though the AI are a lot better running the top, it's still not perfect. You ideally want to go to the bottom. So I think if you want to use AI logic here and translate that to real life, he's trying something new. He's trying to find a different lane. And I think right here in turn 3, Grant's just like, okay, you know what, that's not working, just go back to the bottom. But it's too late. It's already 147, and we have caught him. We are right hot on his heels. Do you think Bubba will go to the 42 car in 2021? No. I think Bubba will stay with RP. I think because that ownership is, since he already has part ownership, he is going to try to grow that organization as much as possible. Alright, so we are now hot on Grand Finger's bumper. We are starting to diamond the corner, trying to get as much as possible. We did get a little tight right there off of 4. We do have to chase the truck up the hill and actually pump the throttle a little bit. I don't know if you've heard it right there. Really good run coming off of 2. Looking high, looking low. Give him the bumper. Oh, just wait. Now, I don't want to give him the bumper too hard, but like we are right on his heel because like literally if you give him the bumper, you're giving him a shot and they just pull away. So I want to make this clean. Like you can tell how close matched we are. So like going through, I had a checkup right there. I had a checkup because we were like, we're gonna rewind that just for a hot second. I know immersion. I know immersion, but just hear me out for a hot second. Like, look at this. So like I am gaining, but I'm so close to him. When he checks up right there, I have to check up. I wasn't expecting him to check up. Like, look at this. Look at this. Okay, perfect. And then it's like almost like he brake checks. It's almost like he brake checks right there. Look at that. So that makes me check up, and that kills my momentum. But we have one more corner. Watch out, Chad, because we're gonna really just rip it. Just full send, full beans. Killing the tires, but you know what? That's fine. Going on down low. Go on the apron. Quarter panel. P2 and wreck ourselves in the process. And then sometimes that's all that matters. It's just right. As long as you wreck yourself in the end. But that, Chad, have you ever seen the AI brake check you before? Because that is literally what happened. Like, yeah, I'll gladly rewind that just for like one more take. So like we're going into turn 1 and 2 right here. Literally, it's like he brake checks. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like, what can you do? Like, what can you do with that? I think, honestly, Chad, I think I'm just playing too nice. I think I'm playing too nice. Like, what I should have done, I mean, I should have just straight up hit him, but like I didn't want to wreck him, you know. So like I think that was the thing, because like right here, what I could have done differently is right here is pump the throttle a little bit, straighten it back up, and I could have made a bit of a better run. But I mean, still. You're Mark Martining the last lap when I should be Joey Loganoing. I mean, I guess. I mean, you guys know I have very much the philosophy of race others the way you want to be raced, and I know I shouldn't apply that to AI, but I do. I do, and it's really hard to break, unfortunately. But yeah, we come on P2. Granted finger though, like it was close. Like we were right there. I mean, a lot better than Riley and yesterday. Looking through the rest of the top 10, Jordan Anderson, Johnny Sauter somehow got 4th, even though he caused that wreck right there. Honestly, there's not really a whole lot of people out of the way. Todd Gilliland was the cause of, not the cause, he actually blew an engine in the middle of stage 3, so he was down and out. Yeah. Points-wise, we actually gained a spot. With our stage points that we earned as well as our finish, we actually move into 4th instead of 5th. But look at that, Granted Finger out of the first 2, I'm just disappointed. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Why are you disappointed in me, guys? I'm sorry. Oof. You're on a winless streak? Oh, man. And the thing is, I'm not technically on a winless streak because of my my YouTube series that I do. You should probably watch the race I just uploaded today. We want you to win. I want me to win, but like I'm being too nice. I think that's what I should do. Like I should probably bully the AI a little bit more. You know, I should bully them instead of racing them clean, treating them like actual human beings. Oh God, we're going to Richmond next. Oh, oh no, oh no. Oh, why did I put Richmond on the schedule? I don't even know. Why did I put Richmond here? God, Richmond sucks. It's 225 laps too. This is gonna be absolute. Mm. Anyway, so looking through our looking through our settings, nothing out of the ordinary. Actually, we actually have a lot of we actually have a lot of what is it called? Standard stuff going on here. The only thing that we actually are going to change for Richmond is probably we're gonna put on less tire wear for us, because for some reason our rights just burn out so much faster. I have no idea why, but like every short track it's like that. So yeah, and points wise though, like I said, Granite Finger is literally winning, like dominating right now. He's won the first two races, and he's actually in the points by like 12 points, which in two races as a country mile. And as we move to Richmond, I mean, hopefully we can actually keep up this momentum. We're in fourth right now with Jesse Little somehow in the playoffs. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling right now. But yeah, Chad, honestly, like I need to stop being a Mark Martin, like, and just bully the AI a little bit. You know, just kind of show them who's boss, who's the real person. Who's the real person racing. But other than that, you know, we like as Noah said, it is just racing.